To SaaS or not to SaaS? That is the question. So when HighLevel was first launched, the company which has a platform software called HighLevel, so intermingled, you can call either one of them the same thing. You can call the company HighLevel Incorporated. You can call the software that they own HighLevel. And then there's a whole bunch of people that call it GHL because the domain name is gohighlevel.com. Regardless, when HighLevel first launched, their target market was marketing agencies. And their idea, their principle, was that they were going to help marketing agencies reduce the churn of their clients by making those client relationships more sticky. The problem was too many marketing agencies were operating in a hands-off kind of relationship or arm's distance relationship where the marketing agency was handing contact information as a lead to the client company, but the client company wasn't getting the value from that contact information. The client company wasn't turning that prospect into a closed sale. And the client companies were accusing the digital marketing world, particularly, this is as we're transitioning out of only traditional advertising and marketing to the digital marketing age, they're accusing these companies, the marketing companies, of providing bad leads. Meanwhile, the marketing companies were saying it's a speed to lead problem. You're getting the lead, we're giving it to you in a timely manner, and you're not following up. I would submit that it's a chicken and egg kind of problem. It's literally two sides of the same coin, and depends on which side of the coin you're on, which factor is more important. And so HighLevel comes along and they said, there are some things we can do to improve the connectivity between the marketing activities of the marketing agency, the lead generation activities of the marketing agency, and the sales activity of the client company. So let's provide this software to the marketing agencies, which helps them prove their value to their clients and thus reduce the industry issue of churn. The clients were staying with the marketing agencies only 2 or 3 months and saying, well, this isn't working. Well, it's just barely starting to work by then. Even if they're staying for a year, they're getting to the end of a year and they're not, because they have this disconnect in what constitutes a good lead. They're not having a shared perspective on how much value that marketing activity actually generated. And so HighLevel comes along and they say, we can help the marketing agency solve the speed to lead problem by getting the information from the marketing agency to the client company in a more timely manner, and thus improve the value of the marketing agency to the client company. This is what I call the transition from what I call Model 6, the traditional marketing agency, to what I call Model 5, the marketing partner. By embedding the conversation with the prospect that the marketing company is doing with the sales process of the client company, you're embedding the operations. They're partnering and increasing from the marketing agency's perspective, you're increasing the stickiness of the client company from a contractual perspective. From the client company's perspective, you're improving the sinew, the connection between the sale, the marketing activity, and the sale that generates revenue in the company. And if that means your long-term future of your company is tied more closely to a particular marketing agency, that may very well be a fair trade for most small business owners. And so what I call models 5 and 6 the marketing partner model and the traditional marketing agency model were initially what HighLevel saw as their market segment. And then they watched how HighLevel agencies were actually doing Model 5. And there was this very large subset of the HighLevel agencies who weren't actually doing the marketing activities. They were, instead of doing the marketing activities and using HighLevel to communicate the marketing outcomes to the client company, and so the client company is signing on and engaging with the prospect through the platform, with prospects that were generated by activities of the marketing agency. The HighLevel agencies were actually flipping this model on its head, and they were saying to the client company, you can't afford me to do all of these marketing activities. You can't afford my retainer price for all of this robust marketing activity. But I've got a downsell for you. Here's the software. I'll maybe teach you, coach you, mentor, advise you on what marketing activities you would do. You do those yourself. You just use the software to improve the connectivity between your marketing activities and your sales process. And HighLevel's watching this behavior, and they're saying, oh, that's the SaaS, software as a service model that is used across a variety of IT service types, not just the marketing industry. In fact, very little of the marketing industry. There are many softwares which are not marketing softwares, which have a software as a service model. One of the things that is confusing to the marketing in these small local marketing agencies when they first hear the idea of software as a service is they think that software is a subscription. So more like the affiliate model. They think of the software as the service as, here's the software, figure out how to use it, when in fact what the actual reality of the way Fortune 500, the way large name companies who do software as a service, enterprise resource management kinds of softwares, manufacturing operational softwares, in the transportation industry, softwares that track the trucks across the roads in interstate trucking. All of these softwares, the service part is the software company assures the client company that the software is doing what it's supposed to do, and usually there's a guaranteed uptime, things like that. And the service part is, if necessary, the software company puts boots on the ground, people in the client company's space to make sure that the software does what it's supposed to do. It's not, here's a subscription to the software, that would be the affiliate model. It's, here's my service, it's delivered through the mechanism of this software. So the point of business model 3, software as a service, is that the marketing activities are systematized, templated, routinized in such a way that it's less about the traditional marketing creative agency service. It's more about how do you provide good enough marketing to get the right attention for a local business, and then with minimum human activity so that you can maximize the sales process on behalf of the local small business. So that is business model 3, software as a service. I'm Keith. I'm the bald guy. I help small businesses with implementing HighLevel, and I help HighLevel agencies determine the right way to use HighLevel for their marketing agency.